So the number one skill that I see beginners struggle with the most is their ability to distinguish between active and inactive fish that they see on their FishFinder screen. As a result, beginners will waste countless hours trying to target fish that are inactive and not catchable. So I put this video together to show you my step-by-step approach for how I use 2D sonar to locate structure and to find active fish. Hopefully, by the end of this video, you'll be able to use this process and the tips that I'm showing you guys to catch more fish, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's take a moment to explore the concept of an active versus an inactive fish. So suppose you have two bass in the same lake. One bass has just finished gorging himself on all the minnows that he can eat. The other bass is just about to start feeding and he's already searching for his next prey. Which bass do you think is going to be easy to catch? Well, of course, it's going to be the bass that is looking for prey. When you look on your FishFinder screen, you're going to see both active and inactive fish. Now, a sonar expert will be able to explain to you how to interpret the sonar images that you're seeing to be able to use certain clues inside of those images to be able to distinguish between an active versus inactive fish. So I'm going to get into what those clues are and what those details are now. So in order to understand what active fish look like on your FishFinder screen, we need to take a step back and learn a little bit about what behaviors active fish have. So an active fish is going to be actively searching for prey. And one of the things that they do when they're searching for prey is they get very close to structure. So that brings me to my first point on identifying active fish: proximity to structure. So active fish are going to be super close to that piece of structure. For example, say you're fishing a ledge, right? If you see bass right on that ledge, then you know that they are getting ready to ambush prey. If you can find these pieces of structure and you can find bass that are in close proximity to that structure, that's a good indicator that those fish are active. The second detail in sonar images that can tell you whether or not they are active is the schooling behavior. So a lone bass just kind of out in the middle of the lake is not an active fish, right? But if you're scanning over structure and you see more than one fish and they look like they're in close proximity to each other, so look for schooling behavior, because that's a really good indicator that those fish are active. Okay, so my final tip for you guys in how to identify active fish is whether or not you see bait fish nearby. So bait fish, anything from threadfin shad to gizzard shad to whatever is in your lake. If you can see them on your FishFinder screen, or if better yet, if you see them busting on the top of the water, running away from something, that is a pretty good indicator that the fish in that area are actively feeding. So let's bring it all back together, and I'm gonna go do a quick recap with you guys. The 3 tips that I gave you on how to spot active fish. Number 1 is the fish is in close proximity to structure. Number 2, the fish exhibit schooling behavior. And number 3, there are bait fish nearby. Now, if you use these 3 clues to determine whether or not you should fish an area, that should drastically reduce the amount of time that you waste fishing unproductive areas. Okay, so I'm about done talking about concepts for now. Let's get on the water and I'll show you guys how I actually use my FishFinder to locate active fish. So I'm out at Inks Lake and it's about an hour before sunset. I'm working with a very limited amount of time, so I spend the first 30 minutes scanning over different pieces of structure. I was even able to take a screenshot of what I would consider an inactive fish. The reason that I consider this fish inactive is because it does not relate to structure, is not schooling, or seen next to other fish, and there were no bait fish present. Now you know what to not waste your time with. Now, let's actually look for active fish. Okay, I'm seeing fish right here, and they're right on that ledge, and they're right next to that piece of structure. So that right there is a money shot. So I'm gonna mark this 506. So I just hit my spot lock button, and I'm gonna be throwing some drop shots. It's one of my favorite lures. I'm using the Yum Dinger. Now this is a, oh shit. Ow, ow. Right on top of this ledge right here. I saw them on the FishFinder. Follows the pattern. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. On this one. Holy shit. This one does not want to get that. Woo! Man, that's a big one right there. That is a nice fucking fish. Wow. Wow, that's a good one right there. That's a really good one. What a beautiful fish. Let me get a weight on him real quick. Woo. What a fish. All right, guys, that about sums it up for this one. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button below so you can be notified the next time I come out with a video. I have a full schedule where I'll be releasing videos every 2 weeks on various topics, including how sonar works and how to use fish finders. So whether you're a beginner or an intermediate fish finder user, whatever your level is, this channel is going to have some great tips and tricks for you, and you'll be able to grow your fishing skills. So please hit that subscribe button. Do you think I left something out? Comment it below. And finally, as you guys know, I do include all the links to the equipment that I used in this video, including the stuff that I'm fishing with, the camera equipment, and the fish finder that I'm using. If you choose to purchase something via those links, the channel does receive affiliate commission. So I do appreciate that, and it does help the channel out. So please consider, if you're considering purchasing, if you purchase through that link, it helps me out, and I would really appreciate that. I'll see you guys on the next one.